Hey folks, Jim here with Me and My Shadow. We're going to go ahead and attempt a rare, very rare, cool weather ride in July in Texas. Let's go get it. We just had a good rainstorm here. Well, I wouldn't call it a good rainstorm. We had a rainstorm here. How's that sound? So I just wanted to give a little bit of there's two things I wanted to talk about today. The first one is a new seat for the Honda Shadow 750. I have done extensive research, and also very special thanks to a good friend of the channel who has an awesome channel and is out in his own right, Lucky Aces Riding. He put together a video showcasing his particular seat, which really kind of helped me, and he's great on making videos, of course, and he's also really good, gives good advice. So thank you. And if you haven't checked out Lucky Aces Riding, you need to go check out his channel. He does a great job. Rides I believe it's I'm not sure what year, I apologize, but it's a really, really nice Honda Shadow that he has done some awesome modifications to. I believe his is, might massacre this, the Sabre, and I think it's an 08, but he's done some awesome work on that bike and made it his own, which is always a good thing. Looking at an upgrade, and I have decided on Mustang for several reasons. Mustang, and it's in no small part to Lucky Aces showcasing his seat that he bought, which is a Mustang seat. There's just a lot of it that makes sense. Just the overall quality of the seat itself. And you guys probably already know this. Most of you guys probably already have a Mustang seat. They're just, well, they're pricey. So it's going to be a while before I pull the trigger. But there's a couple things comfort-wise I think are really pretty important. One of them being just the overall amount of cushion, as opposed to this seat, the original seat that I have. Now, I have been famous to say that the seat doesn't bother me, and for short rides it really doesn't bother me, but I'm trying to consider my beautiful bride's comfort as well, and she's recently let me know that she's not real comfortable back there on that pillion seat, and I said, well, you gotta let me know these things. I don't ride the bike from back there, so you know, I don't sit on that seat. Anyway, but I researched Saddleman, I've researched some others, and Corbin, and I just keep coming back to the Mustang. And the reason I come back to the Mustang, honestly, is just the overall look and design of the seat itself. From what I can tell, the overall make, not make, but craftsmanship, I guess is the best way to put it. The overall craftsmanship to the build of the seat, and just the overall reviews, everybody likes them. I mean, yeah, you're going to pay a little bit more, but you pay for what you get, right? Also, an update, I got some new mirrors coming. I'll reveal those probably next week when they come in. I've just decided that I don't, even though I don't mind these mirrors, the round look and stuff like that, I don't know. I guess with adding all these different things like the highway bars and highway pegs and all this, I'm going to be getting floorboards soon. I've just decided that I want to do some little accents to the bike, make it a little bit more my own, and I'll be showing those off to you guys shortly. the second topic I have is more along the lines of mental health. And yeah, you guys probably already think I'm crazy. So, I mean, but writing in mental health, and I just wanted to kind of give you guys an example, a real world example of how writing has helped me recently. So I don't really suffer too much from anxiety. I suffer more, oh man, have you ever ridden and you hit that nice cold patch? Woo! I suffer more from just overall worry. Am I making the right choices? Am I doing this right? Am I doing that right? And you guys know that I've had my eye on a career change for a while. And I also want to thank another channel that I follow, JP1970, for giving me some really good advice. I've always had a desire to teach school. Maybe it's my age, maybe it's just finally realizing that I've done pretty much in my professional life what I want to do, and now I kind of want to give back. I want to do good for the community. I want to do good for other people, and I just want to, I don't have any illusions that I'm going to be Mr. Super Teacher or anything like that, but I figure if I could make a difference in one person's life, blah blah blah, you guys understand, you've heard that speech before. So it's been on my mind for a long time, and I'm paying back student loans anyway, and I'm like, you know, I got this 4-year degree, I've really never utilized it. I mean, my 4-year degree, you're paying back loans, might as well get some use out of it. And I started looking around at teaching, and I've always been a student of history. I like history a lot, so I thought, you know, and also it harkens back to who my favorite teacher was a history teacher. I hated history, absolutely despised it until I had this teacher. It's funny how you always remember your teachers. Anyway, the good ones, and you remember the bad ones too. But anyway, so I made this change, and there's been a lot of long motorcycle rides that you guys haven't seen, where I have just chewed it over and over and over in my brain. I finally joined an alternative teaching program, and here I am today, about ready to take my certification exam. I've done the classroom observations. I've done most of the work that needs to be done on the computer to get it done, and I'm just about ready to make the jump. Well, I saw the other day that they had a sign out in my kid's school district, which I would like to teach in. It's one of the bigger ones where I live, but they're hiring substitute teachers. Yes, that's right, substitute teachers. So I thought, well, and I remembered, and this is where JP1970 comes in, because he's a teacher, and I spoke with him about, you know, what's the process? What was your thought process on getting involved in teaching, and how did you decide, blah, 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 what you wanted to teach, things like that. And he had made a suggestion months ago to me about maybe getting into substitute teaching. It's a good way to get your feet wet. It's a good way to realize if teaching's really for you, and it's also a really good way to kind of figure out what subject you want to teach. So this opportunity arose, and I researched it like I research everything, and I found out that there's a lot of need for substitute teachers. It doesn't pay the greatest. You're not going to make $1 million, but you're going to be helping out. Well, on Friday, I just went and got my fingers printed. They're in the middle of doing the FBI background check right now. And I'll be subbing. I'll be doing substitute teacher work. Now, I know that you work when you want to when you're a substitute teacher. But with the focus, which you guys know I have a problem with focus, but with the focus being on changing careers over, I don't know where that leaves the lawn care business. How am I going to do both? Realistically, can I even do both? Every time I'm torn on the whole issue, Every time I get nervous about the whole issue, am I making this change too late in life, blah, 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 all the things that you worry about, am I going to be good at this? All those thoughts, in me anyway, create a certain amount of anxiety, and I have Shadow here to help me with that. The beauty of Shadow's help in this process is that she never says a word. She doesn't try to tell me I'm right or I'm wrong. This is really pretty down through here. How come I never driven this way before? Look at these houses, they're pretty cool. Everybody's got their American flags out, which I think is awesome. They got statues and a waterfall or a water fountain. How awesome. Anyway, she never says a thing. She takes me on trips like this, which takes me out of my head. And somehow, I mean, I don't have any great revelations while I'm out riding. I don't go ding and a big light bulb pops in over my head. But riding this bike has allowed me to calm down enough, set aside a little bit of the worry, and focus on what the problem is at hand, well, without freaking out. It's allowed me to take an objective look at things. So I just want to give you guys like a real world example, and I made the choices. And is there still some anxiety? Yes. I mean, is there still a little bit of fear about my changing up careers this late in the game? Yes. But I don't know where I'm going here, so I'm gonna go this way. Those fears are still there, but they're alleviated a lot more by being able to get out and ride. That really helps. In my opinion, it's healthy. And I don't know why. I don't know why it helps so much. It has something probably to do with the fact that I have to focus on something else. You know, my mind has to be elsewhere, on the road, on safety, on things like that. I don't know if that's the reason why it's so helpful. Gosh, this is really cool through here. I really like this community. I'm moving here tomorrow. Everybody's out. Everybody's waving. How nice. I think I've just ended up in Smallville. There's this motorcycle, and she never says anything to me. Except for maybe beckoning me to just get on and ride. Just get on and ride. Look, there's even a duck crossing. Anyway, guys, I will quit rambling. I just wanted to try to give you guys a real world example of how riding a motorcycle can kind of help you through some of life's tough decisions that you have to make. That's all. If you guys like this video, please subscribe. There's more content to come. And as I always say, always, no matter what you choose to ride, it doesn't matter if it's a Honda, if it's a Harley. What matters, guys, is that you get out and ride. It's good for your health. It'll help you. And it'll just help you gain a motorcycle perspective. That's all I got, guys. Everybody stay safe out there. This is Tim with me and my Shadow, and we will see you again real soon.